What's up, everybody? It's the DFS Whisperers coming live with an NBA video.
What's going on, family? How's everybody doing?
Hope everybody had a nice day today. We did 2-0 in NBA so far.
Most definitely.
Lots of crazy scores, man, before the season started. I told my brother and Kiki, man, we're going to see some crazy scores this year.
And right out the gate, we already seeing it, so it's going to be crazy.
Yes, sir. I would not be surprised if we see a 500 point when we see a 500 point takedown this year.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was an 11 game slate, but how many people would put up 50 burgers today?
Man,
at least
it was 22 players that put up 40 on Fanduel, 40 or more.
Wow.
And then you had 6 players that scored 50 or more on Fanduel today. Like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
But man, 2 days of NBA so far has been more enjoyable to watch than 7 weeks of NFL.
Oh yeah, that's facts right there.
Yeah, like, man, I missed this.
The buzz of NBA has been way more serious.
Yeah. But let's go ahead, man, get the homework out the way. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell icon so you can get all our content as soon as it drops. And as soon as you do that, you get entered to our $20 giveaway sponsored by Draft Dashboard every week. Basically, by getting the homework out the way, you can earn a free 20 just like that.
20.
Winners are announced every Monday on our NFL or NBA video. Depends on which one we choose to do. And, you know, Draft Dashboard is a dope DFS tool, my favorite tool to use. That's the tool you're looking at here. You got the top players of the day, the position optimizer that breaks down all the stats down to a T, from projected ownership, projected points, value, DVPs, dash ranking, you know, the Vegas totals, the pace, you know, a lot of good stuff, fantasy points per minute, all that good stuff, man. You see it right there. All in one screen helps a lot and cuts down research time. You got the sleepers and studs. You got the player trends with different categories that help you gauge which players are ready to smash, which players are ready to dud. You know, gauge your value between sites and see the point production players and the players that just play a lot of minutes. Lineup optimizer that spits out all the fire lineups, the mass lineup generator. That for you, those of you that like the max multi-enter, set your exposures, you know, and, you know, set your caps, do your settings and all that. And also the late swaptimizer, which shout out to the late swaptimizer again today. After the slate locked, you know, I saw some nice things, man. They had to make some moves, especially when none was starting.
Yep, most definitely.
Because, you know, none got me some money.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And then
the NBA cheat sheet.
NBA cheat sheet for those of you that don't know how to do research, don't want to do research, or just don't have time to do research. And damn, this man's name sounds so wrong, but shout out to Mr. Wood in the Slack chat for pointing out the Nunn play as well. Because I liked Nunn, but I was scared to play him because I didn't know what his role would be.
Bruh.
But once he was starting, I had more confidence to play him.
When does Mr. Wood and a Nunn go together?
But anyway, for those of you that don't like to do research, don't want to do research, or just don't have time to do research, NBA Cheat Sheet is here to save your life, from the top locks of the slate to the top mid-range, top values, top studs, all of that. You get all of that in our custom player pool for every single sport: NFL, NHL, MLB, and NBA, all for $1 for your first 30 days if you click the link below. Once you sign up, just hit your watch players, and then you'll see a tab called Watch DFS Whisperers Picks. Tap on it and our whole player pool shows up. If you show it back up for the comment section plays, there was some good plays, there was some missed plays, but overall it was decent. Devontae Graham was on there. He was an absolute steal.
Yeah.
Had a couple other great plays on there that I talked about. My boy Deontay Murray, I'm so happy to see him back, man. 24 minutes, put up a 41.50. Imagine if he didn't have a minutes limit on him.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yep, but let's go ahead and dive into today.
All right, so for the first player, I'm going to get into some value. Let's talk about Jabari Parker, the new Atlanta Hawk. Now, the last couple of seasons, we kind of seen Jabari become a pretty solid producer in DFS. If you remember him with both Chicago and Washington, you know, he would give us solid nights, you know, anywhere from 25 to 35 each night. And keep in mind, this was a player who actually had a pretty good upside. Obviously, he's not that Jabari that everybody had hoped he would be coming out of, you know, high school or college or whatever. But you know, he's had to battle a lot of injuries in his career, serious injuries. But we seen him kind of come back and get into a role where he's been pretty productive, pretty solid. And right now, he's only at a $3,800 price tag as an Atlanta Hawk, and he will be coming off the bench. And I expect for him to stuff that stat sheet off the bench. He had a solid preseason with us. He played around 20 minutes a game, but in those 20 minutes, he would average near double doubles. So I'm like him at 3,800 coming off the bench, and the finish to last year wasn't all that great, but that situation with Washington came to a close. But if you remember Jabari from last year, he did get to a point where he was around 6K, 6.5 on Fanduel, on DK. So we know that he type of potential he has. So look for him, if you're looking for some good value on this slate.
Yeah, Jabari Parker. And if you can notice already, this first look right here, because I already know on the other channels you'll hear the obvious plays to death. So we're gonna just, per usual, give y'all the value plays and other plays. You could fit around the studs, but I did want to kind of talk about Trae Young, because of course Harden is in play, Giannis is in play, Curry, Andre Drummond, who I love a lot tomorrow. Like, I really like Drummond again tomorrow against Atlanta. He should get every board that he wants. Absolutely love Markieff Morris. It's a lot of good value on this slate. Marquise Chris is cheap. You got Jordan Poole at 3,100. Lot of ways you can go. But one thing I can tell you is you're gonna have to fade a major stud tomorrow.
You have to,
because the pricing is very tight, especially on top. Like, you have to fade a major stud. And I hate to say this, but I might fade Giannis tomorrow, because I want Harden more than I want Giannis.
He was actually looking at his history, right?
Yeah, I was looking at his history against Houston, and for 10-3, I mean, his best game lately against Houston, I believe, was a 53. Either a 53 or a 63. And at 10-3 on a 3-game slate, I'll go for raw points. I mean, it'll be nice if Giannis gave me 63, but I'll break him up into Lou and Harold and get 40 from each. So, I'll take that while rostering Harden and Trae Young and Drummond. So, but if I roster Harden, Trae Young, and Giannis with Drummond, I have no salary left. Like, in slates like this, you got to get creative, guys. It's a 3-gamer. Get creative. Roster construction is going to be hard. I haven't even looked at Fanduel yet, but I already know all these value plays will be applicable on Fanduel. But Trae Young, I feel like out of all the studs tomorrow, will be the most slept on one. He could easily be the most slept on.
It's going to be like last year all over again.
Yep. I mean, against Detroit, as you can see, he had a 50, 31, and 26. I think he could put up that 50 type numbers again versus this Detroit team, where if you watch today's game, they played a really good game, but Malcolm Brogdon was all over them. And Trae Young, you could arguably say, is a better DFS player than Malcolm Brogdon. And Malcolm Brogdon put up 44, I think, against this team.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, like Trae Young has a lot of weapons around him. He could do the scoring by himself. He is a 1.2 fantasy point per minute guy last year. Reggie Jackson defense don't scare anybody. But I'll get into Reggie Jackson while I'm talking about D Rose in a second.
Yeah, most of.
Yep. Projected for about 4.2 times value. On a 3-game slate, that'll fly for you. But I think Trae gets anywhere from 40 to 50 in this matchup. Hits 5 times value 31% of the time at 8,600. So you could definitely see it's a steep price for him, but I like Trae a lot.
Most def. And then sticking with the value, I'm going to go with Eric Gordon of Houston with a 74 dash ranking going into this game. Now, as of right now, we know there's a completely new situation going on in Houston with the teaming of Westbrook and Harden. My thing with Gordon is I feel like it's going to kind of open up some things with him. I feel like there's going to be so much attention on Westbrook and Harden that it's going to allow him to roam. Yep. And my question is, will they start him or will he come off the bench? Because I know D'Antoni experimented with bringing him off the bench in preseason, but he is projected to get about 25. If he's out there running with reserves, I love him even more. If he starts, I still like him.
Yeah,
You know,
starts. I actually really like him too because it's gonna run up Westbrook's assist numbers and it's gonna run up his spot up. His catch and shoot threes, and we all know Eric Gordon is way more effective. Just kind of like in his Pelican days when Drew Holiday was setting him up for threes and he's just draining them.
Yeah.
And then if he needs to, he could slash to the rim. That's something he's added to his game when he came to Houston a bit more. So really, Eric Gordon could make a really, really, really great play at 4,300 here.
Yeah, most definitely. So keep a lookout for him. And I'm kind of using the same logic with PJ Tucker as well. As you can see, I paired up value on Houston because PJ at 3,900. I'm sorry, but we know that, he's going to do his thing on one end. That's on the defensive end. But on that offensive end, he's going to be hanging around that wing. And like I just said, with Westbrook and Harden, I mean, we saw what he was doing with CP and Harden. Obviously we know we had two, generals that was looking to set him up anyway, but Westbrook is going to look to set him up too. And Westbrook, I'm sorry. We all should know this by now. He requires more attention than CP does at this point. So it's going to give him a lot of open looks. And so look for him to hit that corner three and, look for him to get maybe a few buckets on the inside as well.
Yeah, he's always going to get you the steals and blocks.
Exactly.
Especially when you're dealing with players like Connaughton and Dante DiVincenzo, who I also like as a very sneaky play tomorrow. He's had a very solid preseason. I like playing him in his rookie year when I knew he was going to get minutes. So Dante DiVincenzo is very much in my radar tomorrow. Yeah,
most definitely. So, and like I said, PJ Tucker, defensive specialist. Look out for those peripherals, like those steals, like those, maybe even a block or two. Just look out for it. 3,900 shouldn't take a whole lot for him to smash that price tag. And I was actually looking at Houston's roster. Their roster is not that deep. So
it's not.
PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon, they're going to have to see some time. So that's why I'm picking on these guys right now because their price is right.
Yep, especially with Gerald Green basically going down.
Gerald Green is gone. Daniel House, honorable mention. He's only 3,200. He can smash his price.
Oh, yeah.
So look out for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, to kind of touch on another Atlanta player, I love the spot for DeAndre Bembry at 3,200. Like, Bembry's going to have a bigger role, guys. And, Draft Dashboard as of right now got him projected for 7, but that's because they're still running the script right now. By tomorrow morning when the script is done, because they always run the script by, I think, 5 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, 5 a.m. Eastern was when the new script runs, and then all the projections are updated and stuff. They kind of just get this up here right now for people like us that want to shoot the videos early, get it out there. But love the spot for DeAndre Bembry tomorrow. Now, in preseason, he's had a very solid preseason, put up a 28, 23, 31, and a 10-point game, but that's the game where most players didn't play much. He's already had a 22 and a 20 against Detroit from a bench role. This season, we're going to see more Bembry. We don't have Taurean Prince anymore, which I hated that trade.
Yeah,
and yeah, I hated that trade, but
and he's already making us regret it.
Yeah, he's already making us regret it, but love the spot for Bembry, like I said. Bembry gets you there in a couple different ways. He rebounds, he scores, he gets steals. He's actually a pretty good ball hawk, to be honest. He gets a good number. I can see him like in this matchup alone. Like Edmund Summer came into the game today and got 3 steals quick because Detroit turned the ball over like 7 times in the first quarter. So when you got players like Trey and Bembry around, they will capitalize on that quickly. And Bembry, we all know when he sees the rim, he doesn't pass. So he could put up an easy 20 to 25 in this spot at 3,200 and offer great salary relief. But we all know that he has 40-point upside as well, where if he's really rolling, as you can see last season, his ceiling was 46. So it's not crazy to say that Bembry doesn't get a ceiling game here because remember, his role is much bigger on this team. And another guy whom I think is just a crazy misprice is Ersan Ilyasova at 3,200.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
he's too
that's
low.
Ridiculous.
Professional.
Yes, sir. Like 23, 32, and 28 in preseason. We all know the type of player Ersan is. He's going to get down there. He's going to get dirty as long as he does not get in foul trouble because he's going to be taking those charges. He's going to be going basically neck and neck with the Houston players. So his shot has been looking great in preseason as well, especially his 3-point shot. It's almost like he's really worked on it. And if he could get that going, we know he rebounds very well. So Ersan could easily put up a 15 and 10 type game and pay off that $3,200 price tag easily. And on slates like this, man, your salary relief is very, very important. So getting that salary relief right could be the difference between you not cashing or even taking down.
I mean, he's one of those veterans that just brings it night in and night out.
Exactly.
Every time he sees time, so I'm not worried about Ersan as long as he gets the time.
Yes, sir. But those are most of our picks, guys. And shout out to my Prizepicks. They're a dope DFS site. All you're doing is picking over-unders. You're not playing up against thousands and thousands of people. You're not playing against any sharks. It's just you versus your predictions. You're basically just picking 2, 3, or 4 players. Project if they go over or under. NBA is Fanduel scoring, so the blocks and steals are worth 3 and all that other stuff. And you can mix and match between multi-sports. And to join the My Prizepicks fund, all you gotta do is click the link down below, hit promo code Whisper, get 25% of your first deposit matched, and also get a 2-player free prop worth $25 if you get them both right once you deposit. So let's go ahead, check these out. Trae Young at 40, I'll take the over on that. I think he gets at least 42 to 45. That's what I'm looking at for Trae tomorrow.
Scroll all the way to the bottom. That guy on the bottom left, 33.7. Montrezl Harrell. I gotta go over on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Like
a lot of these projections, honestly, are very close. Like, I'm looking at Harold 33. Like, yeah, he could go over easily, but when you look at his last 5 against Golden State, I think he's only went over that once. So, plus Kevon Looney, they do get him back today. They should have Marquise Chris and Spellman also ready to go as well. I know that if he's playing against Spellman, he'll eat him alive. But going up against Looney may be a little different because Looney is tough, man.
I put a soft projection on it, and I'll say he gets about 36, 37.
Yeah, I can see.
He'll go right over it.
I can see that. Because a lot of these studs, man, like 50 on Curry, that's steep.
Yeah.
But then again, this season's Curry, man. Curry's gonna be putting up numbers every slate.
Capella at 36. I go over.
The crazy part is, let me go look back at Capella because Capella's history of versus this team, I want to say it wasn't very appealing. Let's see. 41, 40, 22, and a 21.
So it's been kind of
Exactly. It's either you could get the 40-point game out of him or he'll give you the floor. Yeah. And then Westbrook, 49. I think Westbrook actually has a really great history against
the new team, though.
Yeah. 60, 52, 73, 38, and a 56. But like you said, new team. Over in OKC, he had to get that. Harden at 59, you can... The only thing that scares me with 59 on Harden is turnovers being a full point. Now, if turnovers was a half a point, I'd take the over. But turnovers being a full point hurts.
And based off of what you mentioned on Giannis, I'm guessing under on that one.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how many times Giannis has went over 60. Let's go ahead, take it to Fanduel scoring to even get it more accurate. Let's go here. Giannis is 12-2 on Fanduel. Yeah, that's a definite fade. But Fanduel small forward is going to be so ugly tomorrow. This is ridiculous.
So let's see what he's looking like.
So he has only went over 60. Actually, he has not hit his prop in the last 5 against Houston. If his prop is 60.5. He has not hit his prop in the last 5.
So your odds are really with you.
Yeah, so if you want to go under on Giannis, the odds are with you. And if you want to go over on Harden, he's hit that prop once in his last 5. So that's why I said these projections, because they seem like, oh, you see Giannis is Harden. They can go over that easily, but... Yeah. No, when you look at it, these two teams, whenever they play, it's kind of rough because
you gotta
Milwaukee is no pushover on defense.
Yeah.
So really, Trey, man, is the only one, and Trey is kind of up there.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow, I'm
It's
not
really
even gonna
close.
lie, it's hard tomorrow on Prizepicks.
Really close, man.
So I guess Harold and Trey are the two overs of the day. And if you're really ballsy, so go under on Harden, under on Giannis. You can even go under on Harden right there. Tomorrow's gonna be a raw point slate, guys. I even talked to my brother on the possibility of actually fading most of the studs, like the
Going to
8,
balance.
9K studs, and just go straight up balance and go for the raw points. Get you like at least 6 or 7 players you know could get you 40. May not have that Harden Giannis upside, but they could get you there on a raw point standard, where somebody that's trying to jam in the studs and get stuck with value that won't produce, get screwed over.
Right.
So, but that's all within strategy too. I will do one lineup where I fade Giannis, Harden, Westbrook, Curry's. Probably only throw in Kawhi Leonard or so, or just Drummond and Trae Young. But there's a lot of different. Like, you got to get different tomorrow, man. You got to get different.
That's how you take down. You got to be different in some way, shape, or form. So
yeah, but that's our video for today, guys. Appreciate all the love. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Get in that Draft Dashboard $20 giveaway. Sign up to Draft Dashboard using the link down below, and you get to see the custom player pool for every single sport and all the great stats and stuff for each and every sport. And follow us on Twitter at DFS Whisperers, Instagram the DFS Whisperers. Email down below. Hit us up if you want to join the chat, join the fun.
most definitely.
And final thoughts, man.
No, that's it, guys. So it's a successful day 2. So let's go on to day 3 with a new hope and a new vigor. Happy Thursday, aka Friday Junior. One step closer. So we wish each and every one of you a nice hefty bag, and let's go out there and get it. And you know what else?
We out.
We out here. Whisper Squad.